meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Hamilton Gazette, and has been posted on the bulletin boards of the county office building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county office building in Mace Landing. Before we say the opening prayer, I have a few people I would like us to keep in mind. The Brigadier General, Dr. William Orth, who served as the Atlantic Cape Community College president from August 1987 to August 1993, passed on June 24th at the age of 92. His philosophy was quality for the student. And we also like to keep in mind Dr. Peter Mora, who served as Atlantic Cape Community College president from 2005 to 2016, who passed on June 30th at the age of 81. Let us also take a moment today to keep those impacted by the events in Butler, Pennsylvania in our thoughts and prayers. As a nation, there's no place for acts of violence. We can agree to disagree through constructive dialogue and debate, but never through violence, should we act. Okay,
Our Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for the beauty of this summer day that can only be given by Thy loving hands. Be with us and make us ever mindful of Thy glory and power, and abide in our hearts with love and peace. Amen.
Okay, we all stand, raise the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call?
Chairwoman Commissioner Bertino and Commissioner Gatto are unable to attend today, and Commissioner Corsi is attending virtually, but will be a few minutes late.
Thank you.
Ballas?
Present.
Burns?
Here.
Days?
Here.
Parker?
Present.
Risley?
Here.
Kern.
Here. Commissioners have had an opportunity to review the minutes from July 2nd, 2024. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the July 2nd, 2024 minutes as presented.
Second.
Moved Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Ballas. We'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Anyone attending in person who would like to speak regarding an agenda item or a public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town you reside. You'll be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you're attending virtually and you would like to speak, please raise your hand during the agenda item or at public comments at the end. I will call upon your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak as well. We now have a presentation.
NJAC Foundation scholarships to the 2024 recipients.
Congratulations to all NJAC, which is the New Jersey Association of County recipients and their families. Best wishes in your future studies and journeys. I would like to acknowledge the investors that have sponsored the scholarships. Ryan Botcher from SHI, Elijah Langford, South Jersey Industries. Also with us today is John Donadio from the New Jersey Association of Counties, Dr. Gunther, Superintendent of Atlantic County Institute of Technology, Joseph Potke, Principal of Atlantic County Institute of Technology.
Chairwoman Kern, members of the Board of Commissioners, want to thank you along with Mr. Donadio and all of the sponsors for the scholarships, the NJAC scholarships. These are so important for our students who are continuing their education throughout the state of New Jersey, and hopefully they will be back to contribute to Atlantic County in the future. We have some outstanding students who have joined us this afternoon at the meeting, and I'm going to introduce ACIT Principal Mr. Joseph Potke to introduce his students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gunther. Again, on behalf of ACIT and its principal, I want to congratulate all of our students in the class of 2024. Did an exceptional job this year. We had a great group of students. First, I'm Brigantine for my health science program. Ella Feehan, if you want to stand up. I don't know if you want her to come up or sure.
Yeah, we do have some certificates here. We'll probably take a photo too.
Okay, go right on up. Next, Timothy Krillman from Egor Township. He's in computer science.
See where they're going to school.
Ella is actually, I apologize. Ella is attending the College of New Jersey next year, and Timothy is attending Rutgers University. Next, Tyler Marchiano from Dorothy from our Health Sciences, who will be attending Stockton University in the fall. Parth Verma, who is attending Rutgers University from Galloway, who is in our Health Science program. Paige Lee from Egg Harbor City, Computer Science, who is attending Rutgers University. And who is not in attendance, Ryan Johnson from Egg Harbor Township, who is Computer Science, who will be attending NJIT next year. Ryan is not here right now. So on behalf of ACIT and NJAC, guys, congratulations. You guys are going to make ACIT proud and the county proud as well. Thank you.
How are we doing with John?
I just texted IT,
Okay.
Not yet,
so. They
John.
can hear online fine, it's just here in the room. This is a
What do
first
you think,
round.
Tara?
I don't know if Ryan wants to speak, but we get to get the photo.
Can we have them come up here?
Yeah, look here, maybe
Right in the middle.
come in here. Yeah.
Come on, John.
Yeah, you can come up here with us too.
Let's show lay down in the front.
Yeah, Brian, come up here, whatever.
I'll come around.
We all get in here.
I'll get on one side.
There you go. There we go.
Right, guys ready? 1, 2, 3, taking a few. Anyone else?
Congratulations, everyone.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. I just want to see it.
Very nice. Thank you.
We're gonna have, Ryan.
Oh, sure.
So here we have Ryan.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of SHI and NJAC, we are honored to present the scholarship to a lucky Atlantic County aspiring scholar. Special thanks to NJAC for coordinating with Atlantic County to make this happen. To our lucky scholarship winner, best of luck to you in your future endeavors. When college is over, feel free to reach out to SHI. We'd be glad to find you a job and decide which school you do. Thanks for everyone's time, and best of luck to you guys in college.
Thank you. Okay, we now have another presentation. Our overdose fatality review team by Gretchen Halfpenny, Atlantic County Prevention Resources, OFRT Coordinator, and Brian Wilson, Substance Abuse Services. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. Brian Wilson, Atlantic County Addiction Services. We have Gretchen Halfpenny here from Atlantic Prevention Resources, who is also with Bob Zotnik, is the CEO and president of APR. They are our subcontractors for this grant, the Overdose Fatality Review Team. So today, Gretchen's going to give you an overview of that OFRT grant and all that goes into it.
It's important to speak into the mic because the people online will not hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioners, for allowing us to be here. As Brian said, my name is Gretchen, and I work for Atlantic Prevention Resources, and our director is Bob Zlotnick. We've been fortunate to oversee the overdose fatality review team for the past 4 years. The primary focus of the team is to prevent overdose deaths. And what we do is make recommendations on how best to do that and identify trends and data and identify the gaps in services that are out there. And the way we do that is we review cases of deaths that have occurred to overdose. Next slide, please. So far, we've had 4 grant cycles. We just started our 4th year this July. We have a team that meets every month. They come together. They're representing 27 different agencies throughout the county, including Brian's agency here at the county, the Atlantic County Jail, obviously Atlantic Prevention Resources, South Jersey AIDS Alliance, Jewish Family Services, Atlantic County Sheriff's Department. We 27 different agencies and about 45 people. We've so far reviewed 162 cases of overdose deaths. Just this year, Atlantic City used to have their own team, but starting this July, their team has been combined with Atlantic counties to be consistent throughout the state, because only counties are receiving this funding for overdose fatality review. So Atlantic City is now included in our team, so our team will start reviewing deaths that occur in Atlantic City as well. Next slide, please. So our team, as we review these deaths, we really get like what we call social autopsy. We try to find out everything we can about this individual so we can find these trends and patterns in the system. And where do we get our information? First, we always have a medical examiner's report, which usually includes what police findings that they found at the scene and any interviews they may have with individuals at the scene. It also includes the toxicology report. We look to see if there's an obituary, which we share at the meetings, as well as any information we might find on Facebook. We conduct next of kin interviews as much as we can, where we talk to a family member about the experiences this individual and this family had during this person's life. We get I would say about 30% of our cases we're able to get a next of kin interview. For obvious reasons, some people choose not to participate, that might be too painful for them. One of our team members, agencies, is New Jersey Superior Court, which they always provide the criminal records. We research the PMP, which is the Prescription Monitoring Program. So if this person received any CDS through a doctor's prescription and from a pharmacy in the past 7 years, that'll show up, so we'll get to see their prescription history. Shore Medical Center and Atlantic Care Regional Medical Center are both on our team, so we often get hospital records for these individuals. And all our team members, as I mentioned, that come to the team, they may share something. So if they were incarcerated in Atlantic County Jail, we might hear about their experience there. If they were serviced by South Jersey AIDS Alliance, we'll share that information as well. So this is how we collect all the data and do this social autopsy. Next slide, please. So what did we find over the past several years? These were our basic demographics and trends that we found. 82% of the individuals were white, the majority were male, the average age was 45. That age is somewhat creeping up a little bit. We're seeing more and more older adults. Most of the people, 90%, had fentanyl, used fentanyl in their system. Almost half of the individuals had co-occurring disorders and had mental health issues. In only 13% of our cases, Narcan was used, which is one of the reasons why we push to get more Narcan out there. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, I guess. Criminal justice, 80% of our individuals have criminal justice history, and of those 80%, a total of 32% were incarcerated. A quarter of the individuals were unhoused, and about 30% of the individuals had ACEs, which is adult childhood, adverse childhood experiences. So it's a trauma that someone experienced as a child. Next slide, please. So after we review this and discuss this, we come up with recommendations of what we need to do differently. And many of them are based around harm reduction. We want to promote harm reduction messages, distribute Narcan, increase awareness about fentanyl and xylazine. And those are all things that our team can do, and we endeavor to do that. Some of the other recommendations are really more broad and not able for our team to address specifically, such as sober living regulations and funding for sober living. Our grant is limited, so we obviously can't provide funding for sober living or case management after treatment or mental health services, but we do recommend that. We did write a letter to the commissioner of the DCA proposing different regulations for sober living homes, because there are many sober living homes that are really wonderful and are so essential to the support of individuals leaving treatment, but they're very different. You know, each sober living home is different, and they're not regulated, and some are great, and you know, you can't really tell which one's which. So we're looking for more regulations over that. As we said, about 45% of the individuals had co-occurring disorders, so we'd like to advocate for mental health services. And a lot of people, once they get out of treatment, they go back into relapse because there aren't enough services for them after they get out. So those are the things we're seeing, and those are some of our recommendations. Our team is going to meet on August 12th in person. We normally meet via Zoom. But if you'd like to learn more about what we do and our recommendations, I'd invite the commissioners to our meeting on August 12th at noon at Linwood Country Club. If you would, just let us know so that we can make sure we have a meal for you. But we would love to have you there. You can either let Brian know or you can let me know. Are there any questions?
So I know you guys do a lot of research, and I assume you make recommendations because there's a lot of money that is spent on the prevention side, correct?
I don't know how much money is spent in prevention versus treatment. This would be a prevention program though, so whatever the contract is for this program would be prevention. However, some of the funding that we do say, as I said, we've done some harm reduction, and we've implemented some of the recommendations too.
Okay, so on the prevention side, what is your targeted audience?
People who potentially could have an overdose, which would be potentially anyone. Our harm reduction campaign right now, we started in June, and it's a digital media campaign right now. The county actually, we applied for, and we were one of 3 counties that received additional monies this year to do a harm reduction campaign. And that campaign is really targeted to anyone who potentially could use drugs or is using drugs, to let them be aware that fentanyl can be in any drug. A lot of young people who might be experimenting for the first time don't realize that the pressed pills that they bought that look just like a regular pill from the drugstore might have fentanyl. So we really target anyone. Specifically, this digital media campaign, because Atlantic City joined our team, we specifically focused in Atlantic City, and we also focused in an area along the White Horse Pike where the motels are, because we saw a lot of deaths along that area as well.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm trying to get to is, it appears to me, and not just now, but for the longest time, that the targeted areas that are all that the money is spent on is the minority communities. And you know, looking at your slide, which really jumped out at me, where 82% of the deaths are from the white population. I don't know if we're targeting the wrong areas, or...
Well, regarding this media campaign that I just mentioned, that was, this was the first time we've done that. This is a new campaign, and the reason we did it was because Atlantic City, who used to get the same amount of funding, suddenly joined our team. So we felt the need to target, and most of the deaths, I don't have the geographical slide, but it's safe to say that the majority of deaths occur in Atlantic City, more than Atlantic County. And remember, this data, I have to say, is a little skewed because it doesn't include Atlantic City cases up until, they don't include it. We started reviewing Atlantic City cases in July. So all of these cases are from every municipality in the community, in the county, with the exception of Atlantic City. So I would suspect to say, once we include Atlantic City, there will be more minorities. But you're right, Commissioner, overdoses occur in every community, and no one is it doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anyone. And it is important to get that information out to all the communities. And, we hope to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the trend that I saw when I was in law enforcement, you're seeing the deaths in a minority community, say Pleasantville, I worked there. But most of your overdose deaths is because someone came from like Tuckerton, Long Beach Island. A lot of people from Tuckerton were coming down, buying, using, and dying.
Right.
So the deaths are happening, in that area, but then people aren't from there. So we gotta target people that are, before they leave their home community to go to an area to buy, because once they buy, they're not 90% of the time. I'm sure you guys know, and I know Brian knows. They're trying to find the Wawa bathroom or Dunkin' Donuts bathroom, wherever they can go to, or sit in their car and shoot up. And I love when people say they got a bad dose. I think they're all bad doses.
Now they are. I mean,
You know what I mean?
the statistic I heard was if you get heroin on the street, 97% of it is fentanyl and only 3% of it is heroin. So it's mostly fentanyl. Also, interestingly, we get our cases from our medical examiner. Our representative from the medical examiner selects our cases. Initially, when we started, he was selecting cases of visitors as well. However, over the past few years, he has been selecting cases of only residents. Because if we are looking to gather data on that person, if that person was from Manahawkin or they were from New York or somewhere in North Jersey, our hospital records wouldn't help us. So we really can't collect much data on those individuals. So he has also selected people who only reside here. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that, in the future, we need to start to broaden our horizon. And, I think, we've flooded the, communities of Pleasantville and Egg Harbor City and Atlantic City, Absecon with information about, drugs and in schools and, with the DARE programs and the different programs in the schools and with Municipal Alliance. But, the users are coming from everywhere. They're not just coming from little segments of our county. They're coming from all over the county. I'm sure everyone knows somebody, that, whether they have a family member or whatever that, is either addicted or was addicted or, has died from an overdose.
Yeah, Bob, could I ask you to talk a little bit about some of the prevention programs that we do throughout the county? Because I really focus on this segment, but Bob does the whole thing.
Thank you. To answer your question, Commissioner, our prevention programs cover 90% of the county, all the communities, from ages 5 up till high school and beyond. We have programs for senior adults, we have programs for families, so we're connecting with people all over the county. What the research shows and what the data shows that Gretchen just talked about is that over 80% of these fatalities are, but again, they're being selected by the medical examiner's office. It's not random.
So
He's
it's
picking these cases. But we're in schools throughout the county, every school in the county essentially, doing programs. We're in communities, churches, community centers, doing after-school programs, family programs, and we're addressing these issues. We get hundreds of thousands of dollars for prevention across the county.
No, I'm very familiar with APR and been in the classroom and helped teach some of the classes with your people, not recently, but, over the years. And I think you guys do a great job. And I'm talking about the mass media advertising, not the hands-on local, going to a school or going to a church or a community center and trying to hit that, because you're getting people that, you have a small audience, and it's people who want to go there and get that information, And,
our coalition,
as you know, I mean, anybody can be an addict,
right.
I'm
a person in long-term recovery myself.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, our coalition joined together Atlantic County, which has been around for over 11 years, has been doing public media campaigns for the last 11 years.
Yep.
And so we're reaching a lot of people on billboards, on the radio, TV ads, on the internet.
Yeah, it's just tough, I just,
It is.
You try and throw that dart and hopefully you hit a winner, but it's a tough game to play because there's, you know, the drugs just keep coming in
And they're stronger.
why
every year.
why anyone wants to put some kind of foreign substance like that into their body is beyond me, but it's happening all the time.
Thanks.
Madam Chair, thank you, Ken. To that point, and I don't know if this is for Gretchen or for Bob, or
Let's leave Brian out in the back.
but I know, I'm gonna start, I know several years ago, I guess before the opioid lawsuits and things, I was at a seminar, I'm not sure actually, it may have been Atlantic Prevention Resources at the Senior Center in Galloway Township. And shockingly, they said that at the time, most people became addicted to painkillers prescribed by dentists and other doctors. Have you seen a change in that? Because I know you mentioned mental health, and ACEs is something that I'm a teacher in Galloway Township, and I know Atlantic Prevention Resources has been in my building at the middle school. ACEs is something we've been focusing on the last couple years or so, these traumatic emotional events that these students are going through. Have you seen a shift from, I know you said it's the ages from 45, average getting older, but from people becoming addicted because of painkillers versus more younger people starting because they're trying to hide these traumatic events and I guess get away from them?
I think we see both.
Okay, so see both.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be able to say, you know, which is more. However, there are an awful lot that we review where people had chronic pain, not necessarily from a dentist, but they're getting prescribed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked. They said that was most common. I'm not sure why that was, but it was, you know, doctors prescribing pharmaceuticals.
I've also heard recently that if you take your prescription, even as prescribed for up to 5 days, you can develop a dependency. One of the things to answer your question also, I mentioned this digital campaign that we're doing. It also comes along with a print campaign. And the featured poster, as I said, has pills on it, and it says, you know, do you know if can you tell if this has fentanyl in it? And those posters are going to be splattered throughout the county. In fact, you know, Brian and I we're talking about ways to get them in the county parks, ways to get them in the libraries, and you know, ideally, I see them being used in the restroom. I know many of you gentlemen have never been in a ladies' room, probably, but when you go to a ladies' room here in New Jersey, where a place that serves alcohol, there's a poster that says "A woman never drinks alone," and it's that idea where you're in the restroom where you see this. There's also a little more privacy in the restroom. There's a QR code that takes you to a website which provides many resources for families, resources if you want to get well, resources that if you're going to use drugs, how to reduce your harm. So those posters we're looking to get not only in the county buildings, but you know, in many different bars, restaurants throughout the county. So if anybody knows a bar or restaurant or has an owner would like to have one, I'd be happy to give you one.
When you say you're trying to get it into libraries and parks, can you walk me through that just briefly? Like, what are you?
Well, I talked to, we work closely with Brian, and Brian's working with Jerry, you know, just to make sure that the materials are appropriate and have, you know, have the right information on it as far as the county. And then, you know, it'll be a matter of, I guess, just, you know, getting them out there. So
Brian's working with Jerry. That's
Yep.
kind of where I was.
Yep, you know, we're in the process.
Okay. Thanks.
Just one other question, and then I'll shut up. So to the group of experts, since, and it may be too soon to tell, but since the legalization of marijuana, are we seeing an increase in opioids because of marijuana being a gateway, or that has not changed at all?
I'd have to say our cases are often include THC. So I don't know if that, you know, has increased it or not. I think it's too early to tell from our data. I don't know, do you have any?
It's probably more likely that there'll be fewer down the road. If people are taking cannabis, either prescribed or recreational, for pain or related issues, the likelihood is that they would be less dependent on opioids if they are able to get off. So that ideally, I mean, I'm not in favor of cannabis, so, but ideally, if it is used properly and monitored, it can actually help people reduce their opioid intake. So that's the goal.
So we're not really looking at cannabis as being a gateway to.
Not for the last
something
25
stronger.
years, no. No, I mean, cannabis alone is not fatal
No, no,
by itself, so.
it's if they jump up to something else.
Right, but I mean, almost everybody who uses opioids has at one point tried cannabis at least.
So just to chime in, to answer Commissioner Dace's question, when we look at opioid prescriptions being dispensed, the number has greatly come down, significantly come down since 2016. In 2016, there was roughly 260,000 opioid prescriptions dispensed throughout Atlantic County alone. From that time forward, since the implementation of the PDMP, the Prescription Drug Monitoring Program, that number has come down roughly by 100,000. So last year we had a little more than 140,000 opioid prescriptions dispensed.
Still third in the county, third in the state.
I'm not sure what the statistics throughout the state. Atlantic County ranks one with fatal overdoses per capita. We rank around 3 when we just look at all 21 counties compared. But as far as marijuana goes, we know that roughly around 82% of street drugs today have traces of fentanyl in it, including marijuana. There's been cases here throughout New Jersey where people have overdosed after smoking marijuana that they've obtained on the streets. So if there's anything positive with the marijuana dispensaries, it's that it's pure marijuana. It's not cut with fentanyl or carfentanil or any other substance like Trank or Xylazine.
I have a quick question on the Narcan. I know a number of years ago, there was a little bit of pushback, if not hesitancy, with, even casinos having it, on site and things like that, How do you feel that, today? Are you getting people are, more apt to have it on site? People, having it, are you seeing a little bit more of that?
Yeah.
Whether it's, stores or whatever to have it, available.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you look back 4 or 5 years ago, there was a lot of apprehension about having Narcan on hand. Now I think it's more accepted. We have churches reaching out to us, schools, businesses, Casino Control Commission. So there's a lot of different, players throughout the county that are requesting Narcan. There is no legal liability to have it or to administer it. You're protected under the Good Samaritan law. So really, everybody should have it. It should be no different than a fire extinguisher, or a smoke detector, or anything like that.
You should do that with us again, because I know at one point we did.
Absolutely, I'd be more than happy to do that for you.
However, I do believe there are some agencies, some businesses that do push back. For one,
Hotels and motels.
well, hotels and motels along the White Horse Pike, as I mentioned. We've been, I've been trying over the past couple of years to negotiate with the Boardwalk ambassadors for them to carry it, and they're not able to. I think it was Wawa employees aren't allowed to even carry it. So there are a number of businesses that don't want it at this point, but we're continuing to work to push it out there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, because that's important. I think anybody, especially these 24-hour operations, they should be able to do that. Thank you for that. Any other comments?
Just want to say that, it's hard to quantify the number of lives that each one of you individuals have saved, but I'm sure it's more than we can imagine. And thank you for what you do.
Yeah. Thank you very much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, that brings us into our resolutions for this evening. We start with Resolution 364.
An application and acceptance from the New Jersey Association of County and City Health Officers with guidance from the New Jersey Department of Health and for the Sustaining Local Public Health Infrastructure Grant, amount not to exceed $168,049.
Move it. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments?
Just want to mention for the record, Madam Chair, that all these money issues were discussed in our budget committee.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commissioner comments? Anything from the public? Seeing and hearing none. A roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. 365, please.
Corsi?
It's coming.
365? Bid contract with Angel Tracks to furnish, deliver, and install video cameras on the Atlantic County buses, amount not to exceed $81,763.60.
Move. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing and hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Motion carries. Resolution 366, please.
Change order number 1, a contract with Arac Paving Company Incorporated for the 2023 County Aid Highway Improvement Program to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Bergen, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. 367, please.
Change order number 1, a contract with Arac Paving Company Incorporated for the 2023 State Aid Highway Improvement Program to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Ballas, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 368, please.
Change order number 1, a contract with South State Incorporated for the resurfacing of Zion Road, Section 4 in the city of Northfield to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes. Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries.
Change order number 1, a contract with Murray's Construction and Rental Incorporated for the Canali Pump Station enforcement improvements to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Ballas, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call. If you could do it.
It's like jumping all over the place. Okay. Ballas? Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 369, please.
I'm sorry, I'm at 370. Okay.
370, sorry.
Lease agreement with the City of Summers Point for library facilities, amount not to exceed $35,000.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair. I
Commissioner
just want
Ballas.
to say that Commissioner Parker's doing a fine job with the library committee.
Thank you,
Very
Commissioner
good.
Ballas.
You seem to be improving a lot of money.
Any other commissioner
Whatever I can do to
comments?
help.
Any other commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 371.
Amending resolution number 647 adopted on November 15, 2022, a lease agreement with B&B Parking doing business as Park Place Parking to increase the number of lease spaces at Arctic and North Carolina Avenues in Atlantic City, net increase $30,000.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Risley, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, to Jerry, what was the, what's the net from moving from New York Avenue and getting out of some of the spots there and the
Moving
cost
over there?
for- Yeah.
It's pretty close, break even. I would
About.
probably say that $2,000 at the most. I mean, Tammy's got the exact numbers probably sitting in front of her, so whatever we reduced over there almost pays for whatever we're doing over at North Carolina Avenue.
Good, so
Yeah,
it,
it's
so
fine.
it, so it moves
Correct.
closer and safer.
Correct, exactly.
Perfect.
That was the big issue, is people feeling safer.
Safety.
But you know, you have the sheriff's officer is, you know,
They park in
walks
the same
in.
lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Great, thank you.
Any other commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 372, please.
Interlocal services agreement with the Atlantic County Utilities Authority to administer the Clean Communities Program, amount not to exceed $151,581.61.
Moved.
Second?
Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 373, please.
Renewal intergovernmental services agreement with Burlington County for the housing of female inmates, revenue generating.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Ballas, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 374.
Amending resolution number 400 adopted on July 19, 2022, professional services agreement with Remington and Vernick engineers for various county projects to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move it. Second?
Moved by Commissioner Day, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Resolution 375, please.
Amending resolution number 483 adopted on September 5th, 2023, an interlocal services agreement with Atlantic County Utilities Authority to administer the 2023 Clean Communities Program to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move. Second?
Moved by Commissioner Day, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 376.
Sourcewell National Cooperative Agreement with H.A. Hart and Son Incorporated for the purchase of a Camel Max Jet Vac Solar Vacuum, amount not to exceed $504,315.55.
Move.
Second?
Moved by Commissioner Ballas, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 377.
Interlocal services agreement with Stockton University to conduct a short-term analytical project, amount not to exceed $6,000.
Moved. Second?
Moved by Commissioner Days, seconded by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 378, please.
Amending resolution number 290 adopted on June 4th, 2024, renewal alternate method contract with Jewish Family Service of Atlantic and Cape May counties to provide outreach services for Central Municipal Court of Atlantic County, amount not to exceed $176,542.
Moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 379.
Alternate method contract with Dan Law for the provision of legal materials for various county departments, amount not to exceed $50,000.
Move.
Second?
Moved by Commissioner Bell, second by Commissioner Risley. Any commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Forsy? Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 380.
Amending Resolution Number 188 adopted on April 16, 2024, an interlocal agreement with the Atlantic County Improvement Authority to bid and manage the construction of an interior renovations of the Atlantic County Animal Shelter to award the contract to Shorelands Construction Incorporated, net increase $706,420.
Moved. Moved by Commissioner Burns, second by Commissioner Ballas. Any commissioner comments? Seeing hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Horsey?
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 381A.
Resolution affirming approval of the emergency resolution adopted on July 10, 2024, having authorized the county executive to apply for and accept LEAP grant funding from the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs, Division of Local Government Services for adjudicating Central Municipal Court State Police summonses.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments? Seeing hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Horsey?
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 382, please.
Sub-grant agreements with various Atlantic County municipalities for drug and alcohol education and prevention services, amount not to exceed $188,811.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Burns, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Horsey?
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 383 to 389, chapter 159.
Move. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Days. Any commissioner comments? Seeing hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Also entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 390 to 392, which are appointments.
Move. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Bell, seconded by Commissioner Parker. Any commissioner comments? Seeing hearing none, anything from the public? We'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Horsey?
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions 393 to 394, which are roadway solicitations.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Parker, seconded by Commissioner Burns. Any commissioner comments?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I did have one. On the second one, okay, the time is from 3 PM to 9 PM. Do we normally go that late? Tara, do you know?
Some of them do. It's still dusk, so.
9 o'clock?
Yeah, Madam Chair, there are occasions where that occurs. I think the historical approach has been until it's dark. But I don't necessarily have the history on all that, but there are occasions where you have one until 9 PM. And it seems to have been approved by the municipality itself, the underlying municipality.
Any
All
other,
right, very good.
any other commissioner comments? Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, if anybody has received copies of written communication and petitions they'd like to share at this time? Seeing none, any reports of special committees of the board? Seeing none, any unfinished business anybody would like to bring up at this time? Seeing none, any new business? Seeing none, anyone attending in person that would like to speak, now in public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the mic, state your name and town you reside. If you're attending virtually and would like to make a public comment, please raise your hand. I'll call upon your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name and the town you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. Is there anybody from the public? Okay, any comments for the good of the order?
Thank you, Madam Chair, for getting the letter out to DEP for the sure we probably haven't heard anything yet, but for the public hearing on the ordinance.
I think we will follow up as well, I think this week, so we get any response.
So that email about the virtual hearing, that wasn't in response to 11%? Yeah, that's something totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
That's number 2. That's the second.
Right.
They're gonna
Most
be
recent
ordered. We have IT fix whatever's broken.
Of course.
I think they're on it. I think they're already on it.
Tara's chomping at
I
the
mean,
bit to get on that.
while we're
She
here.
loves her Echo. She loves it.
She loves the echo. It's her,
She's
yeah,
not
and I-
going home till it's resolved, watch.
That made her
Yeah.
meeting.
Kristen already put in a request as she was sitting there, so.
The closed captioning was, I'm 7, did you see that coming up? What?
Yeah,
I was
it
having a
was
hard time
picking
with
up
the closed-
everything
It was,
we
no,
got.
but it was, the names were, for the first time ever, I had, I don't know,
It's always like that.
well, Grizzly was Grizzly.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Ernie was Horsey. It was like, that looked awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Anyway.
entertain a motion to
Anyway.
adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for this evening. It was quite entertaining.